Hey folks, just a quick foreword before the episode. We have a lot of explicit language in roughly the first 10 minutes of the show. We decided to make the choice not to bleep it out because we're talking about some stuff in the world and we think that these topics call for passion and evocative language, and we're not going to censor ourselves because of that. If you have any kids or younger people that listen to the show, maybe listen first and then make the judgment call. If you need to talk about anything that's going on, feel free to reach out. We're happy to help, give opinions, and send you to places that you can assist others with. Find us on the Discord. Otherwise, enjoy the show. This podcast of storytellers would like to acknowledge the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation, the first storytellers and traditional owners and custodians of the land we are recording on today. We pay our respects to their elders past and present. We hope to honour their thousands of years of spiritual and cultural connections to this land while recognising the atrocities Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people still face systematically to this day. We acknowledge that sovereignty was never ceded and that Naarm was and always will be Aboriginal land.
In a world where the firstborn inherits everything, what happens when two kids are born at the same time? She taught him healing.
It'll be cold to begin, but then it gets easier.
He taught her fighting.
Water can cut as sharp as any blade.
Even their society couldn't break their bond.
It ain't natural.
What do you mean she was in a fight?
Did you hear when he healed that Uku kid?
But one night, all that shattered like broken glass.
I'll teach you to never bend again.
Bring it, old man. Dad, no!
When you look in a mirror, make sure it's you looking back.
Please, I'll do anything.
Now, after being lost to each other,
I searched for so long. I was never far away.
they've realized they can't live with each other.
Ow, that hurts! Enough with the stupid books.
But one can't live without the other.
So I can only be whole. I can't fill this hole. Unless it's just me.
Now, they'll drag every friend or foe through ice and snow to make sure the other one goes. Starring Banji as the Idealist.
I'm Banji McBlaze of the Clan McBlaze.
Minh Fang as the Foundling.
We can use our cultural bonds to build bridges. It has to succeed sometime.
Kura as the Hammer. This is my spear. There are many like it, but this one is mine. Nuro as the Icon.
I'm a child, but you both are acting like children.
Arturo as himself.
Hey, I'm here for comic relief and the merchandising rights.
And featuring KAITO and Kiyomi as the twins.
You were like a sister to me. I loved you. I hate you.
The Icelander. There can be only one at a time.
Welcome back, all you baddies, benders, and babes, to another episode of the Book of War, an Avatar Legends real play. This story of 4 runaways seeking the Book of War in a world without the Avatar. My name is Jesse Thomas, and I like my eyes dead cold. And I play Minh Fang the Bold, he, him, a runaway who will no longer deny any corner of his soul to the light of day. Minh boldly strikes out 1,000 different ways to help the world and his people wherever he is needed. But will his new confidence test his loyalties? Minh marches ever closer to a crossroad with a multitude of paths, but only one can be travelled. Which will he choose?
Oh, that was very nice.
Things that didn't happen this week. Jesse telling me any of that. I'm just like, this is
and I also hid my crisp new character sheet from everyone.
not laminated.
Not laminated. I'm never going to laminate it. So I've got my old one here, which is raggedy and
so
3 years old. It's got holes in it. It's got stains on it.
Pencil marks.
Pencil
everywhere.
marks. And I've got 2 crisp new character
delicious.
sheets.
Yeah, how many fatigues have you had to erase from?
Yeah.
There's just a hole where you've
The boxes aren't there anymore, yeah.
The irony being I haven't actually filled out this sheet. So, but I kind of like that. I think I'm going to play this episode, and as I get to things
figure out what moves you're keeping and what's not.
Fill it out, and like Minh discovers, or like Jesse discovers what Minh still has, and maybe that might be fun. Maybe that might suck, and I'll just sit down and do it. In a scene I'm not in. We'll see.
Classic hashtag gifted child here. It's just like, I'll just do it in class. It's fine. I don't need to do the homework. I'll do it before it's due at the end of the class.
And let me tell you, that absolutely was me. Quick Jesse fact here. In my very first philosophy class in high school, we had to do like a talk about a movie, and I forgot about it. And it was 10 minutes before class, and my friend was there, and I was like, what's your favorite movie? Tell me. And he was like, The Prestige. And I was like, tell me everything you know about The Prestige. And then in that class, I got up, I did a talk on Prestige. I got an A+, and it got added to the syllabus.
Hell yeah.
And I'd never seen it. And then when I left that school, I went to that teacher and I told him, and I was like, I fucking knew it. You little shit. But you theatre boys are all the same. Anyway.
Speaking of theatre boys, my name's Ted Darling, and I play Banji, the Idealist, he, him, a runaway who's risen from the ashes of his old life. While the fate of the world rests on the edge of a blade, he fights for freedom, for justice, and to, I don't know.
Say the word, Bart. Say the word.
For peace. Because down with fascism. My Banji fact for today is that he learned his lesson from last time, and he's spending a lot more time with Hikaru in the cave at the Fang family estate. He's not just ignoring him. He's going in there. He's making sure he's groomed. He's making sure he's got food.
Now, to be fair, it's the Fang family cave at the Fang family estate.
Right, of course. He's in the Fang family cave in the Fang family estate.
So it's the Fang family estate, then it's the Fang family home, then it's the Fang family cave, there's a Fang family lake, Fang family tree, Fang family graveyard.
Fang family toilets.
At some point, Banji would have just used half the phrasing, and Fong would have given you that look, and you're like, and the Fang family cave.
Also, Banji's developed a terrifying fear of Fong.
So much Fong lore.
Valid.
Hello, my name is Georgie Hazel, and I play Nuro, the icon, they, she, he, a runaway of the foggy swamp, now confronted with the truth that they were never really living for themselves. Nuro struggles to untangle from the roots of the destiny tree. I would just like to just take a moment to say a few things. I wrote them down because I wanted to be clear.
Of course. Please, Georgie.
Thank you. Because I am so angry and disgusted and heartbroken. And the silence around me just echoes so loud sometimes. So I just want to desperately ask for people to kind of put their attention where it needs to be, namely Palestine. It's really hard for me to not feel shame and also then think of Sudan and Congo, Libya, Yemen, Iran, Syria. Even here in so-called Australia, there is dehumanizing things being done to First Nations families, like families separated, kids murdered by racist cops in facilities. They're fighting for true sovereignty and for land back, which is, I think, a conversation that desperately needs to be had seriously in this country. Honestly, many countries suffer from Western imperialism. Israel is still committing genocide against Palestinians. The ceasefire is a lie. The horrific siege and starvation and murder continues. I've seen videos of prison brutality that I will never forget in Israeli prisons. I'll never forget some of that shit. And just recently, our government here shamefully invited Israeli war criminal as president. This guy kissed the bombs that fell on children. And when we rightfully flooded the streets across the country in thousands and thousands in protests, government officials in New South Wales replied with police brutality. And none of this should be excused or ignored. And our collective pain and exhaustion globally from watching all of this is live stream genocide, as we're learning more and more information that our leaders and elites are nothing but monsters that want control and the power to hurt children. I think of the crushing weight of colonization that seeks to break all of us, actually. And I would like to finish by clarifying some propaganda that I've seen around the term intifada.
Thank you.
Yes, it is. It's a in Arabic. It means shake off. It means shaking off oppression. It is a call to resist occupying forces. It means to uprise and rebel against injustice and acts of terrorism, especially being committed by Western leaders. It is a call to fight this truly horrific ideology of Zionism. And in the West here and in this room, I believe it is a call for us to shake off our collective dissonance and apathy and acceptance of this terror, especially us white Westerners.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I want to say. Thank you. I love you all. Free Palestine. Always was. Always will be. Thank you.
Great. Thanks, Georgie. No, thank you for sharing. And it's important that you can say this. Something we've always said on this show is like, this is a platform. Like, yes, we're here having a good time and we're telling you a story, but this is also a platform and these are the tools that we have. And if we want to try and make a difference, we have to speak up.
Yeah.
And that's something I've always admired of you, Georgie, is that you're always willing to do that. I think I'd like to piggyback on your some of your statements as well, and just like maybe for some of our international listeners, I'd like them to understand that we have a really desolate news landscape in this country where pretty much every news source is only owned by a single person and a single group conglomerate. So anytime you see news coming out of Australia, you have to understand that the vast majority of Australians under the age of 50 pretty clearly identify that our news sources are blatant propaganda.
Yeah.
And I think everyone in this room agrees and knows.
Yeah.
And it's a really big issue. So when you see Australian news sources talking about our issues, one, they're always going to be more right-wing and they're always going to be pro-Israeli. Against a more tolerable society because they sell papers on these
absolutely.
things.
The bigger the buzzword, the more people that of a right-leaning bracket, the older generations, they're the ones that still buy the papers, they're the ones that still watch the news.
Yeah, I don't think any of us in this room have bought a newspaper in their life. Like,
only to move house, maybe.
Yeah, that's it, right? Yeah. So I ask that when you see this stuff, because the only stuff you're going to see are these right-wing news sources, because that's 90% of our news landscape, I would urge you to instead talk to an Australian about our issues, because we have so many passionate people that are educated, that understand what's actually going on, and that is not represented in our media. So that's something I'd like to say on that as well. So thank you for opening the space, Georgie. Is there anyone else that has anything they want to say or share about any of this? I mean, I've always really felt strongly about our media. It's been a really long sticking point in my life, and that's why I want to say something about it.
Yeah.
Because all these issues we know and are now learning more so than ever are actually fucking connected. Mm-hmm. Sorry for swearing, but
I'll save mine for the fact.
Sure. And the other thing is, like, we're also learning that people have been engineering these social wedge issues deliberately.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, maybe that is something to reflect on and maybe think about what sides you might have accidentally arbitrarily taken in your life. But yeah, thanks, Georgie. Thanks for giving us a chance to talk about it.
Yeah.
And if anyone else that's listening does want to talk about it as well, please reach out to friends and family, other people that might know more than you do. And at the very least, if you want, maybe you can reach out to us through our Discord as well and have a chat. We would love to talk to you about it.
Always reachable.
Yeah, thanks. Who's up next? Is it Georgie will ask? It's all Ash. Ash takes away.
No, it's
Tilia?
me.
Tilia?
Hi, my name is Tilia Quinn and I play Kiyomi, the Adamant, she, her. A runaway waterbender from the Northern Water Tribe, Kiyomi has lied and manipulated her way into getting what she wants. But at what cost? Can she piece together the shattered fragments of her frozen heart and reflect what the other runaways want to? My fact is I went to see Chapel Roan and a bunch of other people at a festival on Friday and my voice is still not recovered. So, Kiyomi is, she's a little bit perkier, but she may not be because of my face today, so apologies.
Hi, my name is Ash. I'm the Grand Master of the White Lotus or Goose Monkey. I happily accept either name.
Gum, 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 gum.
beautiful.
After that lovely serenade, I'm going to touch on something a little bit serious as well. In the last intro, I spoke about the fact that avatar memes were being used to sort of represent what's going on in the United States at the moment. And I sort of said it in a sort of laughy, chuckly way. I was just doing that for a bit of levity and lightheartedness. I would like everyone to know out there very, very seriously, fuck ICE. Simple as that. What they're doing is ridiculous. What the Department of Justice is doing is ridiculous. What the Department of War, no longer defense, it's now war, is absolutely ridiculous. And the reason we're seeing these parallels is because it's the same fucking thing. And so for those listening out there that are looking at what is happening around the United States and around the world, not just the United States, but if you're seeing that and you've ever cheered for when the Earthbenders were freed from a prison just for being Earthbenders, if you ever cheered for when all the Firebenders, the students, began to dance because Aang gave them some of their life back and taught them their own culture that had been deprived, when you watched the warmongering, narcissistic asshole get taken down completely and you cheered for that, if you're thinking that what's going on in the world is normal, justified or otherwise, please get some help because you've lost track of who you were once upon a time because it's the same thing and it's not okay.
Thank you, Ash.
Yeah, thanks, Ash.
I also maybe will put some links for donations to some charities that will help.
Yeah, that would be
Palestine
great.
Movement and ICE and anything that we can find.
I also have direct GoFundMes for some families in Palestine that I talked to. I'd love to put them up as well.
Yeah, we'll put them in the link, I think.
Yep, check our show notes. We'll have those in the link below. But yeah, also we will put these links and stuff in our Discord so you can catch them there as well.
Great.
For those that have listened all the way through this particular intro, I know it's a little bit heavier, but we love you. And you're the people we want listening to our show. Never change because you're great.
And we know we like to keep it pretty clean as well, but we're passionate about this, and I'm actually not going to censor any of this in the edit, and I think I'm just going to put an explicit tag on this episode because, honestly, like we're using volatile language because these are volatile issues that,
Deserve anger.
They
deserve anger.
Yeah. And if there's any younger people, I know we do have some kids that listen to the show. If you don't understand or if you're a bit confused, that we're passionate and that's why we're like this, So please talk to people and educate yourself as much as you can.
Be kind to each other.
With that, let's roll the music. Picking up where we left off last time, we had a bit of a tour around the FANG family home.
Oh, actually, can you make each one of them come up with a FANG thing?
Yes, actually, that's a great thing. I love that immensely.
A FANG thing?
A FANG thing. Everyone needs to tell me a FANG thing they learned on the FANG family estate.
Yeah, let's go. Come on, you're internationally awarded role players.
Okay, no. Okay, Kiyomi got the room right next to Min's, and so at one point she would have had a little sneak peek and saw some of his FANG fiction.
Oh,
Yes.
That's what you get.
Damn it.
Yeah, Banji wandered around trying to find that room that Min Fang took him to with all the scrolls, but he ended up just finding 16 different bathrooms and toilets.
Did he poop in every one?
Yeah, he had to.
Sampled everyone. Each one was a different shaped toilet.
And it was it was molded out of stone, and it was perfect. But he kept trying to find a groove for his butt, but couldn't.
I think historically FANGs they get sick of a toilet, they just make a new one. Yeah. They just rips through the floor. Well, Fong, make this pretty.
Yeah, no, a slight edit to that is that everyone would constantly change the seat to be what they wanted. So eventually let's just make a whole bunch of them so everyone can have their own seat.
And it's a new meaning to put the seat down.
Yeah. It's that's great. If you think about it, how people get angry about which side the toilet paper's facing, and how how it cannot be the other way around. This was the same, but for the toilet seats. So that's why there's 16 of them. Be like, yep, so many different varieties.
To be fair, I don't think the Fang family house is that big for 16 toilets.
I know, but there's 16 toilets.
Fine.
It's set it like a festival. There's a row of them in one corridor.
What's this corridor? That's just the toilet corridor. Literally use anyone. It doesn't matter.
I think that Nuro in the cave, or maybe on Bofang.
Remember, you went on a tour, so you can say it was something that was explained to you.
I think it on Bofang's has that
Yeah, he's got a main statue.
Yeah.
Next to like the set of stairs that go to the top floor.
Behind Bofang's statue, Nuro found graffiti from Minh that was like Minh was here or something.
Fun,
and so Nuro, in the very incredible writing skills that they've really just developed, they add as well. Nuro was here too.
Yeah,
I just like they write as well.
As well, Nuro was as well.
Fun.
Did you want to add one yourself?
No, I like that. That was fun.
Yeah, that was fun. So yes, tours of the Fang family estate were done off air, apparently, and that's what we learned. But that's okay, because we saw a little bit more. We got a lot of Fong lore, including his grandson Feng, who is a little bit weird and just trying to imitate. Got a little bit of idol worship going on, which is where the voice came from, just in case that wasn't clear.
I thought he was just aged as a servant would be.
I thought it was just
well
a Fong
beyond
thing.
his
Like it
years.
was.
No, he is actively trying to be like, well, this, he probably sounds a little bit like this, but now he's trying to be exactly like his granddad.
It sounds a little bit like Bosta.
I was gonna say, it's one of the.
Hey, Buster's a little bit different. Only a little bit. Anyways, we also saw that your dad was very happy to see you because we haven't seen Yuka for a while and he hasn't seen you for what feels like even longer. So there was a nice little touching moment for there where you all had a bit of a chat about what was going to come next. And it culminated to a degree in a battle for Min's very sanity.
Sanity's a strong
His balance, at least.
My balance, yeah. Yeah, Ted knocked me off heritage completely, which means I had to change playbook.
Sorry.
Hey, look, the very first shift is on you.
That's true, I did, because I rolled badly and was like...
The second he did it, everyone at home, I'm like, that's the end.
I was
That's
playing
it.
the long game from when you beat my ass in like episode 3 or whatever.
Yeah. So I'm the bold now. Min's the bold.
Here's the bold now.
How bold of you.
And the good news is that you now have better access. We haven't really discussed this, but at some stage it will become clear, and maybe with a little bit of guidance from your dad, that blue hand technique is now much more accessible.
Okay.
So it doesn't have any, we'll say, it doesn't have any mechanical thing yet. It just now means that you can better physically affect the spirit realm.
Cool.
So maybe it's the case if you haven't learned its proper applications yet, and we'll figure that out as we play.
Yeah, because are there costs or what?
Yeah, it not so much at the moment, but also there's no great benefits in terms of it's not like there's a new technique that is learned specifically that's going to block chi flow or anything yet, at least. But that journey has begun.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's like the journey of ice bending for Nuro.
Yeah, a little
great.
bit. Like you can now do this technique, you don't know how to apply it.
Yeah, I don't actually know its purpose.
Yeah, a little bit.
I think it feels like it's on the fringes of earthbending ability too. Like it's probably not something that's common.
Oh, 100%. This is a very, very rare technique.
Fangs. We don't stop. Constantly innovating.
Wish they would.
Hey, you're not the first to say that. And I'm sure we'll learn more about it in Ba Sing Se.
So, we're actually picking up just before everybody leaves.
Okay.
And I feel that, are we back in the dojo here?
I feel like we're probably in the grounds where all the grave sites are because we wanted to put Tomo to rest.
Well, I wasn't certain whether he was being rested next to his Tomfas or whether we were...
I think I said last episode that like he rode ahead to Fong and Fong's put like a little space for him and brought in maybe a bender to give us like a little relief to put the urn in and then cover it with a little bit of stone.
Yeah.
So he has somewhere to like stay and hang out and, be safe and happy.
Yeah.
And maybe his spirit will tell us that he can't stand talking to another bloody Fang ever again. And we might have to move him, but we'll wait until see if that happens. But I think I sort of like open it for Nuro, and it's nice. Like the area I kind of imagined it like if anyone has played or remembers the first the Ghost of Tsushima, the Sakai estate where they fight towards the end. There's all the ancestor graves around with a big tree. That's what I'm picturing.
That's exactly how I picture it too.
Great. So yeah, I imagine there's just like a small little relief, and there's like, and it just says Tomo on it, and I don't bend the little lid open, but I open it so, and go, all right, put him in.
Okay.
I thought you meant you bent the lid off the urn and be like, off you pop.
Yeah.
No. Sorry, I lift like the little relief.
He's not a genie, Jesse.
It sits in a little box, like a little stone box, and then you put it down, and then it's got like the little relief with Tomo on it. Yeah.
Okay. I think I think Suri is on the urn as well. So Nuro gives the urn a little kiss. And is crying, but is peaceful this time in a way that they were not at the last funeral. They put the urn in, and Suri is still sitting on it, but Nuro extends a hand out to offer Suri to come back to Nuro as a kind of permanent.
Once the ashes change from the urn to the final resting place, Suri does a couple of rounds where she ties it together with a bit of her own webbing, which won't last, but that's not the point. Immediately everyone knows that this is sort of like, yes, you're sealed, you're home, and you're set. And then once she's done that and she looks over her work and gives it a nod of approval, then she scurries back up your arm.
Great.
And the urn sits just beside it, almost like a final epitaph, as written without words. And this moment is serene. This moment as the wind just blows across and everyone is silent and just seeing this spider mouse doing its work, and then Suri herself becoming okay with the situation. I don't know if that's the right word to use, but I don't know what else would be said.
Yeah, it's taken her
Maybe
a long
just
time
peace.
to grieve. Yeah.
Yeah. When Suri finds that peace, when it's very clear Suri has now found that peace and is ready to move on, that is represented by being on your shoulder like, let's go. Suri doesn't speak, by the way. That's just the squeak, squeak.
Yeah, Nuro steps back to give space for others.
Banji has some sticks of incense, and he sort of clicks the top like Iroh does in the show to light the incense, and he places it each side of the urn. Tomo, we didn't know a lot about you, but we knew that you loved us and that you wanted to protect us. You're my brother, and we'll never forget you. I love you, Tomo. And then Banji steps back.
Kiyomi's just been staring at the urn and then where Suri's laid her webs, and is feeling some kind of way because if it weren't for Tomo betraying Dao, then she never would have found her brother. So in a way, she feels like she owes Tomo and kind of, she doesn't say it out loud, but she thinks to herself that, don't worry, I'll get her for you. I'll get Dao for you.
Yeah, I think Minh just sort of crouches down to his haunches and says, and just sort of like puts his hand on the little relief, and says, "All right, buddy, we'll see you soon." And then just like has a moment of silence. As Minh's sitting there, he remembers like how much money is in Tomo's satchel, and he leans in and he's like, "I always knew you were holding out on us."
Yeah, personal secrets you can keep. Money secrets, that's on us.
And then it's like, all right, sort of, I think he's sort of puffed up at the end there, and he's like in my nose now. So I guess he's with us.
Yeah, ash in the nose is not fun.
Ash anywhere is no fun. Yanni is mostly silent, but she takes a moment to approach and lays a hand over the top and just says, "It was a pleasure meeting you, Chakal." and has a little smirk to herself and moves back.
In their heart, Nuro solidifies this promise to help those kids. It's in their little tight fists.
At some point, while everyone is sort of having just a thinking moment, it's not necessarily silent, but no one's really voicing anything in particular, Feng comes along and says,
There appears to be a thing, a something. It's by
and Feng looks and goes, young master, let us go discover. And you see him walk around the corner and come back. He goes, I believe, Miss Kiyomi, there is a package for you.
Package.
Huh?
Who knows I'm here?
And no one should know you're here. My mother might know you're here, since you two are besties now, hugging
Have
and
you
stuff.
told that you're here?
It is probably best that you just come and see this here package.
Who dropped it off? I think Nuro's asking that as well.
Yeah, I think there's like a sort of like, we all realize how serious this is. We start climbing over each other to get to the front.
As you start moving, Fong says, it appears it dropped itself off. And as you crest over, you look down and you see that Eka is sitting at the base of the stairs and has both something around its neck, and it looks at you, Kiyomi, and just goes, Bleh! And spits this thing out. As you get closer, you realise that it is something of yours. I don't dare claim to know what it would be, because Kiyomi is a very individual person that doesn't talk a lot about her stuff. Maybe it's a piece of jewellery.
I was going to say, probably like maybe it's like a tool that she's like, that's where they went.
And when that gets bad, Eka starts panting and be like so happy to see you. Where is my treats, please?
Kiyomi runs and like launches herself at Eka, and they just start wrestling. And I think that
Whoa, she's strong.
I think that her and Eka would always like play fight, and Eka would grab her by the like with her tail and just whip her around. So she's kind of just like, oh wait,
Because Kiyomi just top rope body slams Eka down.
Well, that's the funny thing. Whenever Kiyomi grabs around the neck, like Eka rolls down like, she's been like manhandled.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, I've just been like slammed. But then when the tail comes out, it's just like, you are the one that is the ragdoll. And you notice in your ragdolling, or as other people get closer, there is that thing around the neck that has some sort of scroll attached, says for Kiyomi.
Okay. So I go up to it and I'll take out that scroll while rubbing my butt because I just got slammed into the ground. And I'll open it. What does it say? What does it say?
It's a great question, and I do not have it open.
The world's most prepared man.
Oh, I got it. I didn't have it open. You see in what is very clearly Ha-Yun's handwriting. Heard you're going in to the lion gorilla's den. Thought you might need an extra hand or two, maybe a tail. So here is the best tracker hunter you can have.
Oh, it's such a like bittersweet letter for Kiyomi to read, because she really, again, like having that situationship with Ha-Yun, like what could have been, but then I wouldn't have found my brother if I'd stayed a bounty hunter and stayed with you. So she kind of silently thanks Ha-Yun and turns around to the rest of you and says, well, I hope there's room for another pet on the ship.
Well, I mean, of course, look at him. And Nuro kind of like gets a little bit low and starts. You can make me roll for like maybe skills and training or something, but Nuro, I don't think, is any stranger to reptiles. And so they start kind of doing something with their body, and they also make a noise. I can do the noise, it's horrific. But I think they make a noise that immediately makes this reptile go like, what are you?
I would like this is skills and training.
Yeah, cool.
I really like this a lot, and it's specifically how this creature responds to it.
Yeah.
Because this would work, like what you're doing is usually for maybe wild ones, whereas this one being like very well trained, slightly different.
Yeah,
and
why not?
We'll see how that goes.
I want to see it like connect with its natural like instincts, All right, so that's focus.
Okay, Eka, this is Nuro.
That's a 10.
Play nice.
And Nuro like kind of gets like goes into like does like a weird shake and then goes like.
So good.
If anyone's seen the animated Robin Hood with the fox and the snake, it's like you almost see the little spirals in the eyes appear as it like goes into this whatever weird trance move that you just did, which is how you would normally deal with them out in the wild. Absolutely happens. It's like Kiyomi's never seen anything like
Yeah,
this.
I think very comfortably Nuro goes up and plants a hand on its neck and then like kind of headbutts it and then just gives it a shake like, hello, aren't you cute?
This is exactly straight out of How to Train Your Dragon when it's just like, this is the spot that you scratch, and they just flomp over and be like, yep, doesn't matter how aggressive they are, they're just like, this is the best.
It took me months to find that spot.
You didn't even know it existed. You found a spot that Eka likes. This is a whole new thing. This did not exist.
I think Minh leans into Banji and crosses his arms and he's like, every day Nuro gets weirder.
Eka can't fly. What's so good about Eka? Whatever.
Jealous, Banji?
No, I'm not jealous.
You sound jealous.
I mean, I don't know. Whatever.
Yuka walks down from the stairs and says, well, at the end of the day, you're going to actually be able to take an eelhound into Ba Sing Se. I feel that a dragon's going to be slightly more conspicuous.
Wait, what? I have to leave Hikaru here?
Well, were you going to put him in your pocket?
You can't go to Ba Sing Se, Banji.
I mean, we could disguise him, put him, I'd make him a couple of...
You could maybe dress him up like a boat, and that would be fun.
We don't have any moss.
Oh, then can't do it, Banji. Sorry, can't do it.
Oh, well, this isn't fair.
No, I mean, he'd be... It's hard to leave someone behind, Banji, but don't you think that he's in more danger if he's visible?
Don't you have like a connection anyway? If something bad happens, I'm sure Hikaru will fly out to the rescue.
Yeah, okay, I suppose, I guess.
It's just that if we want to stay, what's the word, inconspicuous.
Yes, very good.
Thank you. Then we have to, maybe leave our big giant lizard behind.
Yeah.
PB says,
I may be able...
You are not part of this conversation.
Oh, I'm sorry that you don't...
No, you're not actually. No, la 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 la. Cool, you're done? Okay.
You hear a very low whisper, so you still hear a rumble, but Banji hears,
It's up to you whether you want my help or not.
Oh, I mean, I can't leave everyone behind.
No, you will need... You can't firebend.
Right.
You will need something to defend yourself. As much as I am loath to suggest that... I got nothing.
I'd love to suggest anything that will help.
No. Look, take the sword. You're going to need it.
Yeah, I can be subtle.
You can't firebend.
Yeah, just tell him to shut up.
You'll get arrested immediately.
Oh, that actually goes for pretty well everybody that isn't an earthbender. You really don't want to bring attention to yourself.
Yeah, we should also probably not mention the war while we're in there as well.
Yeah, don't mention the war at all.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
What
do you mean don't mention the...
Look,
do they not know? Do we need to tell them?
No, they know, but it's it's hard to explain. It's a touchy subject.
Some of them don't know, and they would like to keep it that way. In the outer ring, where there are refugees and generally a relatively high crime rate, you are okay because they don't send a lot of law enforcement down there. But from the middle ring onwards, just don't mention the war.
Yeah, the closer you get to the center, the less you should say anything about it.
Even when you think you're in private and safe company, just don't do it.
Nuro, they're kind of they're nervous. And they don't say anything, but they're nervous.
Nuro, you know Amashu, right? That's probably the biggest place we've been.
It was my brain couldn't even comprehend it.
So you know when you look out in Amashu and you can only see houses and the sky, you can't see anything else. That's all there is. Imagine we're on Hikaru and we're flying towards Amashu, and instead of looking around and seeing the mountains around Amashu and the trees and the land, it's still Amashu. Ba Sing Se is big. It is possibly... it is easily the biggest city on our world, so...
How do that many people exist in one place? I don't get it.
Yeah.
It's okay, Nuro. I've never been there either. It's first time for both of us.
It's incredible, but it is very big.
That's a word for it.
Yeah, I mean, the ocean's like really big, but it still has all those fish.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if we're leaving Hikara here, how are we going to get to Ba Sing Se?
Well, we'll go through a checkpoint.
Yeah, the
Checkpoint.
Half Moon Bay is like just over there, so we can take a ferry.
Well, that means we have to go in disguise, right? They now can't know that we're
We should.
coming.
We should.
No, that's the whole plan. We're going to make her think that we're going to the Dai Li first, and then we're going to actually go get the book from her.
Yeah, but we're going to her estate. We should Earth Nation-y up ourselves. That's for sure.
And I mean,
don't
one thing
need
I know
to. I've got a
about
passport.
one thing about checkpoints is that we need papers, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and Minh flashes his ring and he's like, "This is papers enough. We're a military family. They have to let us through."
I already spoke to Min about this. You also have a missive from Meng Shou, who, in essence, you're not going in as FANG. So that ring is fine to get you across as a representative, but just remember, you are not a FANG anywhere near Ba
Sure.
Sing Se.
Yes, Dad. For obvious reasons.
For obvious reasons. So yes, getting across as mercenaries is fine because there are people that have money that would like mercenaries over there. So weapons, definitely great to have. Bending, if you're not the right kind of bender, they don't like that so much. So Half Moon Bay, between that ring and this missive, you should all get in fine. As long as you don't attract attention to yourselves. And I want to say this as Ash, very seriously, I cannot save you if you completely and utterly upset the cannon.
Dragon's bargain.
if you upset the cannon and the Dai Li get you, you may never be seen again. There's nothing Ash can do about that.
Yeah, that's true.
So just be aware
The
that
cannon rules over over the top of Ash. We can't break cannon.
Exactly right. I'm not saying that, hey, you never know. The character might come back but tell you that there is no war in Ba Sing Se and have a slightly different name and always a weird look in their eye. And I'm sorry if that's messing with your characters, but this is big chips that you're playing with. This isn't just a home game. This is, you're at the high rollers here. And that's not to say you can't have fun. That's not to say you can't do whatever you want to do. That this show is still this show. But if you do something either big enough or consistently enough that someone is going to take notice and maybe just disappear you, that's going to happen.
No, that's fair warning.
And back to Yuka,
wait.
who's just explained all that in character talk.
So
Dad,
really
I think you might have freaked them out a little bit. You see Nuro look.
Yeah, I think Nuro is also they're getting paranoid now, and they've been in this new form long enough that they're sure that there are some people in the world that have seen them and would recognize them. And they actually start freaking out about maybe the length of their hair and how hard it will be to get in and out of disguises all the time, this amount of hair. And so I think they grab their bone knife and just start hacking at their hair in front of everyone, and it doesn't work. And they're like, someone give me a sword. I can't go in there with all this hair, and Silly doesn't have enough time every day to braid it for me.
Yanni grabs you and she's like, hey, we need to do something with the hair. That's okay, but this is not the way we can
Style it at least.
Let's do this a little bit later. Is that okay? We can maybe just.
We've got the boat right. I can give you a haircut.
And
Yanni just glares at you. It's like, or I can, and is staring at Banji because she's wanted this for so long.
Banji points to his hair. It's like, I can give them a haircut, like they did for me.
Yeah, that's why I want to do it, because you can't do your own hair.
No, but we can talk about this later.
you can take the left side and you can take the right side.
Well, this could be funny. We'll both roll a die and see what happens.
If it's the same number, it's a consistent haircut. What? I thought you said a 0.
Was that your attempt at a Caledonian accent?
Something like that.
It was good. I liked it.
What? So yes, everybody, would you like to do any last things on the estate before you head towards Half Moon Bay?
Banji
Trash
just
the place.
Banji just gives a very long and heartfelt goodbye to Hikaru, and now make sure you do your chores and you stretch your legs and you don't just sit there and do nothing. I don't want to come back and you not fit out this cave. You need to make sure that you're moving around and don't just sit there and eat fish, but also make sure that you're not bothering Fang too much and like patting him as he does it. And
Fang's standing by, and you can almost see him bristling at how excited he is to be looking after a dragon.
Yeah.
Like full time.
Kiyomi's just doing laps on Eka, like just zoomies.
I like that Kaito's also on the back, but it's that classic anime, just like ragdoll, limp, like, clearly lifeless eyes. Like you're well animated, and he's just like a stick figure. Being like, whoa.
Oh, I should actually say. So I've been holding on to this since 2 growths ago. I now have a new move called Yip Yip. You have an animal companion large enough to ride, name them, and choose their species. So when you fight beside your animal companion, mark 1 fatigue to become favored for an exchange. When something hurts your animal companion, mark a condition. Ooh. But when you and your friends travel via your animal companion, everyone clears all fatigue.
That's so cool.
So it's up to 3 people.
Yeah, I was going to say, Eka can't quite take everyone, but there are going to be great benefits for that.
Mm-hmm.
I think Banji stubbornly always refuses to get on Eka.
Yeah, that's fine.
This is feeling like the Christmas special.
I think while Banji's saying goodbye to Hikaru and Eka and stuff, Minh is in the dojo. He's just like furiously doing push-ups and like stretches, and then he like walks over and opens up the Fang wall to look at all the weapons, and he's like, I know what I'm getting. And he looks over and there is like a big long chain with 2 rocks on the end, and he's like,
nice,
it's time. And he takes that off, and it's so much heavier than he's expected, and you can see like on his face he's like, oh. It's like, oh, it's so heavy. Oh no. And he's like, it's too late, and he cooks it on. And then Min's just like, I need to do more push-ups. He's sort of like,
yeah. Can we just talk about like cooking it on? Does it wrap around your waist or your shoulders? How does
I think it comes with like a little, like a belt that has like a metal like hook to hold it.
Yes.
Yeah. And it just hooks on because it's so heavy. To wrap around would be a lot. But yeah, Minh needs to like bulk up a little bit to properly use this. I think.
I will let you know you cannot walk silently while wearing this thing.
That's fine. He's the bold now. There's nothing silently about him.
I love that a lot. Thank you for reminding me you've got a change playbook and we're learning as we go.
Yep.
Does Nuro have anything in particular?
Well, I know that they're offered a weapon.
So specifically, you've been handed something that's in a... I won't say.
Yeah, because Fang is like smuggling it to Nuro.
Yes, you've been offered something, but you also know, or you've been warned, don't open it until you leave. Because the second Fong sees that it's there, he will ask questions.
Yeah, Nuro's fine then. They're just like really keen to get going.
Yeah, you'll find out very soon.
Yay!
I think there's one last moment where we see Yuka fussing over Minh. And he's like, Dad, I'm fine.
Yeah,
stop. And he like smacks his hand away.
Make sure you're eating, and here's some extra money just in case you need it.
Dad, I will not allow myself to become a prisoner of war again. It's okay.
Yeah, but I mean, sometimes it's not even about I'm sorry that I care. And that's not meant to sound aggressive. I love you so much.
I know.
Son. I love you so much, and I just want what's best for you. And yes, I
know,
understand
Dad,
that I
but
fuss and panic, but I also know you're a man and can do your own things. So what's a father to do? But worry.
Thank you. And he gives him a hug.
And he very gently returns it. It's very different from when you first turned up. This is now, I'm so glad. And he eventually pulls you away and just says, go get him, sport.
You know it, Dad.
I think Nuro, after they separate, is like, Mr. Fang, sir, Mr. Yuka, sir, I don't know much about dads. I don't even have one, but,
Nuro's was an immaculate birth. Nuro's canonically Jesus.
Swamp Jesus.
Or
Swamp Jesus.
Maybe I do, but my anyway, but you're a pretty good one. Min's really lucky. Will you be my dad? Bye, Mr. Yuko-san. Bye.
And he gets down. Actually, it's not quite one knee. He does crouch to your height because he's a little bit taller than you are, but not by much. Not as much as it used to be. And he gives you a big embrace.
And Nuro has desperately wanted that from Yuka. Don't know. I can't explain it to you, but they desperately wanted affection from Yuka.
And it goes on for about as long as Min's hug went for.
Wow.
And when he pulls you away just as gently, he says, and you get him for it. You get him as well.
Nuro salutes and just marches away very seriously. Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
Let's I think
That's mosey.
we all walk up to Eka. We're like, well, we're not all going to fit on that.
I got spot for one more person.
Dibs.
Yanni just looks at you and is like, I guess I'll walk then.
Who else is on?
KAITO.
Oh yeah. Min just has like the biggest grin and looking at you like, hey, you have to walk.
Well, it's about time we stretch the legs.
Nuro just flicks a silver piece.
And as you round the corner, you hear it get caught. And it's like, silver piece, you say,
Yes, please.
in your physical things. All right, just for you.
Just for me, I think. I don't know.
Yanni's just
Banji was really keen to stretch his legs here.
I didn't know that was an option.
Yanni is just like, I too have a silver piece and would like to go. And Kuron's like, yeah, mate. She's like, 2 silver pieces for us. So he's like, all right, and I guess I'm keeping pace with this here big lizard monster thing.
If you can.
It's not a monster. It's just scary a little bit.
Sorry. At the last second, Nuro flicks on a silver piece with Banji as well.
That's whether Banji wants to get on.
I think he starts, as you guys take off, he starts running behind you. But then
No,
quickly gets very tired.
you know what's even funnier is the silver piece comes in, and as you think, this is my time to get on, Arturo lands. Is like, good, I was getting tired of flying. Thank you, Nuro. I appreciate that immensely.
That's so mean.
Yeah, Banji just marches behind.
I think we cut back.
Yes!
Eka is
Yeah.
the eelhounds are the fastest land animal and sea animal as well. So we're going
yeah.
pretty fast.
Yeah, I think
It's not that big of a journey. Like, you can mosey it.
It's half a day walk.
cartoonishly he starts behind, but then it like cuts to him in the wagon. Just like exhausted.
We keep having to wait for you. Banji, hurry up!
It's the classics that on that last one. It's the classic zoom where we zoom in on Banji's face and he's just like, and by the time it zooms back out,
He's
you're
in the
on the
wagon.
wagon, like still just panting.
And Neuro's like, hey, you're finally awake.
Tovakin.
Holy shit. What is this?
I think you find after a little while, as much as Eka can go fast, the reality is you don't need to be. The path it points isn't, like, it's not a full road. Like, eventually you'll join a much bigger road and then you can go whatever speed you're allowed. But this is a little bit more narrow and you're trying to get both a eelhound and a wagon through. So there are points where you slow down. It's not just a full breakneck speed, but you're definitely making better pace than if you were walking. So you'll be there. I imagine everyone left early, and so you'll be there sort of just after lunchtime, give or take.
Back in Tenshi village.
No.
That's where the boat is.
So before I got to the fact that I ended up saying, I wanted to clarify as my main fact is that Tenshi village and Half Moon Bay are relatively close, especially when we factor in where where the FANG family home is. So in terms of, you can't park your boats. Do you park a boat? You can't dock your boats in Half Moon Bay. You have to dock them down through that channel. So there's a certain point where you got dropped off is not where the boat will end up. But what's more is that you have to take their ferries across because they just won't let your boat go unless there's good reasons.
Yeah.
So you know that the boat is going to be nearby Half Moon Bay. If you need to make a quick getaway or anything along those lines, it's not too far away. But it's not back to the village you went. So you can go straight to the docks that will take you directly to Ba Sing Se.
Great, cool.
But before we get there, there is a thing that happens. And this is going to be very, very strange. I would like everyone to roll and assess the situation. Every one of you, please.
Okay. Fun fact. I think I will maintain my creativity score of +2.
I got an 8.
Seven.
9.
I also got a 7.
Okay, so everyone got a partial success.
Yep.
And what everyone notices is as both the wagon and Eka are moving along, Eka makes a move with her head and everyone thinks that's strange. And then you see Kuron hold up his hand and in a blur, he leaps out of the wagon that he's in. Now, the thing about this is that the audience are seeing this as if it's in slow motion, but no one rolled quite well enough to get that same hummingbird wing flap time. So as far as everyone's concerned, he is moving at a speed that doesn't look human. And leaping out of the trees are what could only be described as bandits. Everyone's roll says that they saw them coming, like in terms of the last second that danger sense went off, but somehow Kuron knew that they were coming even before that. And in this slow motion move, he leaps out of the wagon and with his golden spear, he flings and smacks one in the side of the head and then does a drop kick off of him, leaps over, kicks another in the head while he uses his spear to almost wrap around him and fling him into the ground. There's a third one coming out of the tree, which he throws the spear that like pins them to the tree as they whack their head and knock themselves out. In that same motion, he bounds off the ground, pulls the spear out and gets the fourth one that was still hiding in the tree just with an arrow. Almost slices through the branch so that they hit the ground. And all 4 of these would-be bandits are completely and utterly disabled before anyone has had a chance to react. Before the wagons even come to a stop. And then time resumes and Kuron puts his spear back and says, yeah, okay. We ready?
We can just send Kuron, actually.
Whoa, yeah, Kuron, if you want to go get the rest of the books, that would
That'd be great.
be great.
We're actually going to go back to my house. You can go get the book.
That was incredible. How did you do that?
Yeah.
Do what? Like, just take out these guys? Yeah.
I mean, I'm fast. I can move at an imperceptible amount of time, but that was even quicker.
Guys, he wrote in the book.
So did I, though.
Yeah, you didn't write.
Yeah, I mean, like... Yeah, well, what?
Kuron can't read or write.
I don't think that matters.
I definitely can, but I just don't want to because books are dumb. So...
Hey, do we want to maybe take their outfits?
Good idea, Banji.
Yeah, I need to add a bandit outfit to my collection.
But actually, what kind of bandit outfits are these?
Let's say that they are standard mercenary forms that will pass for we spend a lot of time in the woods or we get hired to do things for people that would hire us.
Great,
so,
cool.
Universal bandit.
I think we strip them down, take their clothes. Do they have any like missives? Like, are they here specifically for us or me?
No, you get the impression that they were just waiting for anyone to be cruising off the main road, which is not too far ahead.
I think they come to and we're wearing their clothes and we're looking over them and we've tied them all to a tree and we're like, terribly sorry that you're naked, chums, but you jumped the wrong wagons.
They're all wearing like boxes with love hearts on them. You know, like, and they go, we won't do it again. Just if you let us loose, we'll be good.
No, I think this is funnier. But here's
Someone
a gold
will come
coin.
along on the road.
Yeah, here's a gold coin. You can buy some more clothes back at Tenshi if you want.
And they all look very hungrily at the coin, being like, "That's all."
Thank you. I really needed this. Bye.
Have a great day.
And
it has pockets.
You hear, as you're leaving, you hear them say, "They had at least a gold they could have eaten for weeks." And they like start like hustle, like trying to jostle against each other, even though they're It's the classic strung up to a tree.
Yeah.
You know? But yes, you begin to cruise along, and before too long, you see that there is. It's not quite a line, but you can see that there is traffic leading into the docks at Half Moon Bay.
There it is, right there. You see where there's all those people around trying to get through the front door? That's the ferry master's entrance.
Right. Is that where we have to show our papers and?
Why are you so worried about papers, Bob?
I'm a firebender in the Earth Kingdom. I'm going to be worried.
Yes, and
Yanni's
now you look like a homeless forest person, okay? You're going to be fine.
What about?
What's that supposed to mean?
You live in a swamp, all right?
I just thought it was a joke.
No, it's correct.
Oh, it's fun. That's good. Kids staying in.
My forest kin are very upset with that.
Very redundant.
Telling me there's forest benders.
Yeah, I mean, like, as long as you've got your weapon on you, you won't look like a standard firebender, so you'll be fine.
What about me?
Well, I mean,
What about me?
you've got your bone knife, right? Like, so that could maybe.
I couldn't even cut my hair with this bone knife.
Yeah, but they don't. We could maybe find you a weapon. Would that help?
I might have something in my apartment.
Or you could remember that you, in fact, have a weapon.
Yeah. I think Nuro's side-eyeing Minh, actually.
I see.
Okay, maybe I took a little something from the FANG estate.
What was that?
Kiyomi grins.
I don't know.
Yeah, and he also grins.
I don't know what it is, actually. I was told by I don't know who it was. It was really dark.
Just one of two people, and it wasn't one of them.
We feed you, we give you a place to stay, and you just steal our stuff.
The less I know about this, the better.
Well,
What did you get? What did you take?
I don't know.
Look, listen, I think you're grown, you're tall, you're long now. You can have something a bit more interesting than a tiny knife.
And actually, Nuro asks for the Tomo's pack because that's where they've been hiding it.
I've been carrying your theft this whole time, and he hands over the bag.
And yeah, Nuro digs through Mary Poppins' freaking bag. So much crap comes out. But
Nah, honestly, I love that we just have this. Tomo's bag has everything.
Everything.
we could need in it.
Always was.
yeah. And yeah, Nuro, it's wrapped. I think in some kind of
You
cloth.
take out this satchel, and it's as you have a look at this satchel properly, it looks like it's made out of velvet, something like that. It's very fancy. It's a very fancy material. And you open it up and you see that it looks like there are sticks of bamboo, sort of about a wrist's width thick when you look at them. And you take out these sections and you realize that as part of those sections, there's also a vine. This is possibly something you've seen before, not necessarily the weapon, but the actual wood itself. Looks like something that could have been on the fringes of Foggy Swamp, somewhere where you might have seen them but not necessarily interacted with it. And this vine, you realise, when you take it out, it begins to almost pull taut and snap into place. Easiest way to describe it's kind of like a cane that a blind person might use in the way that, or a tent pole that goes, flip, 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 and clicks into place. When you first start sort of playing with it a little bit, you realise that, look, it's pretty sturdy. But one thing that feels really interesting to you, and that is that the vine itself has a bit of moisture in it. And if you close your eyes, you can almost picture it. And without even meaning to, you actually draw a little bit of that moisture out. Once you pull the moisture out, you feel the bamboo go stiffer and almost like it's a much more solid weapon than it was. But you can also do it the other way. And you sort of... Do you have any water on you at the moment or anything you can play around with?
Yeah, and as a waterbender, Nuro would keep a kind of... I almost... a skin kind of water flask. Skin, definitely, on their person.
You get the idea that maybe I can put just a little bit into it. And all of a sudden you realise that the vine isn't pulling as taut and the edges look like they're dangling a little bit. And has Nuro ever seen nunchucks before or something like that as a weapon?
Nice.
I think the closest reference that they would have would be Min's rope weapons.
Yeah, I mean, that's possibly where you got a little bit of this idea of like the water bending. Can I use water bending with this thing? And you realize that as the ends in the middle, it's still a little bit firm, but the ends are a little bit floopy. And you start swinging it around. It's probably a game to begin with, as you like, and look at the two edges looking like little like rabbit dog ears just flopping around until you hit someone in the face.
Ow!
Yeah.
You hit two people in the face, even better.
Yeah, I actually kind of saw it as Nuro taking themselves out, honestly.
All three.
You realize that you could hit three people in one swing of this thing.
It's like well, Nuro would first get it out and almost whip it out to watch it do the...
It's
thing.
very
Guys,
satisfying.
It's like a snap band ruler, those things.
Yeah. It's compact, but then they can see that it wants to slide apart, so they just whip it kind of, and it goes into form. But and then it is just waving it around, really not like paying attention because they're not used to having weapons like this. So you guys are definitely having to dodge like, whoa, hey, whoa.
Except for those that didn't dodge it.
Discovering the moisture in the water and it getting slightly more limp, then to be able to kind of separate it even more. I'm picturing it as the vines gather more moisture, they do get more droopy and kind of springy in a way. And so that's when Neuro's like, and does start.
And you can almost do it in sections as well. That's the part that's really interesting about this, in that it's not just like, a bit of moisture here and the entire thing goes slack. It's a bit of moisture in here and that bit goes slack. So you can keep...
Fun.
Yeah.
It's like a 3-section staff. Very cool. Like, you know those long Chinese weapons?
That's
cool.
kind of that's what I'm imagining, definitely.
Yeah, sick.
So they feel really cool for a second, but then absolutely just take themselves out with like to the face. It goes flying.
Hey, where'd you get that anyway?
What, this here? That
Yeah, that thing that looks like it's from my wall in the dojo.
I mean, it could be. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't.
I'm sure Fong knows it's missing.
Fong? I don't know. Fong? Who's Fong?
Min narrows his eyes and thinks better of it and just gives it to them this time. It's like,
I just, found it. When
found it. Yeah.
Opened my hand and
That
then
happens
just fell
to
in
me
it
so
to it.
often. I get it.
Me too, weirdly. Like that's, I'm just doing my own thing and all of a sudden, oh my God, I've got all this treasure.
Crazy.
That makes a lot of sense. I'm definitely not gonna judge you anymore.
Thank you, Nuro. Thank you.
Who did it?
I don't know.
He's like,
Well, it looks
bad
like
memory.
we've arrived at where we need to be. So off you get.
and I think
Face wig on.
Who was that guy, by the way?
Spirit friend.
Oh, more spirit stuff.
More spirit stuff. Should have just said that.
Cool.
it's best not to think about it.
As everyone turns around, he's trying to spruik is like, who needs to go somewhere just to silver base space? And no one's really approaching because he's not necessarily a great salesperson.
Also, maybe people can't even see him because
They definitely can. As you walk through, these big... So, for those of you that have never been to this part of the world before, this is almost like a hollowed out cove. So there are entryways through that are bricked up so that you can walk through and it feels very grand and immense. It's almost, that feeling of going to a classic railway station that, has these big arches, and once you come in, the ceiling is so high, everything echoes, everything just feels that much more immense. There are very clearly walls. On the other side of the walls, you can see there are these boats, these ferries that are there to take across the people to where they're meant to be. There is a sense of awe in both the scope of this operation and the fact that once you get past that wall, you are technically in Ba Sing Se. And that little shiver runs down everyone's spine as you have a little bit of time, but you know where the check-in desk is.
Yeah, Kiyomi would just lead them straight there. She's been in and out of this place.
Yeah. Min's been
Couldn't
here
even count.
too. Not in a long time, but he's had to go in and out a lot as well. So he follows along.
And you approach eventually a desk, and there is a lady at the desk that you have seen stamping forms and yelling at people. She sounds scary. Before you even hear any of her words, you already know that you should be scared of this person, because for even the people she seems to like or let through, they get yelled at in some way, shape, or form. And as you approach, she goes, "Next!"
Min sort of walks up and gestures for everyone. Come on, follow him.
How many?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Hold on, let's count this. Yanni, Kuron, Kiyomi, Minh, Banji, Nuro,
KAITO.
KAITO.
Arturo?
That's a bird.
Can they see
Can't
Arturo?
see.
Yeah.
You can see him, but he's a bird.
Cool.
And there's here Beast.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was Arturo. And this here Beast.
Yeah.
Support Eelhound. And Min's like, we have a missive. And he pulls it out. He's like, we're mercenaries for the Fang family.
Do you have proof of Fang?
Yes, and proof of Fang, he holds up his ring.
She looks at you like, why are you wearing that?
Because he can't help himself sometimes.
I kept losing it around on my neck, so I put it on. Should I not have done that?
On a necklace, she shows, I have to admit, sometimes when I steal a thing, I also like to wear it. Steal's a wrong word. When I confiscate, and she winks. And yeah, so, just don't let a Fang see you wearing that,
Oh, yeah, you got it, yeah.
So she quickly reads over the paper and says, Names?
Kiyomi.
Banjo.
I think we all just look at Banji.
You may have heard of my bending mats.
And she looks at you and she goes, you don't look like the king of Amashu to me.
Nope. Never mind.
My name's Newt. Sorry, do you mind if I do that again?
Okay.
My name's... I'm kidding.
That's good. Yeah, you got us.
My name's Newt.
Nerd.
This is Kuron. That's KAITO. That's
I'm Yanni. And she says, wait a second. Yanni. And you pulls out this dusty tome and plonks it down.
And Min's eyes just narrow, and he just looks at her like, "What have you done?"
Kiyomi's glaring at Min. What have you done?
And this tome has so much weight when it bangs down on the desk and goes through. Yanni. In quotations, the trader. And Yanni's like, depending on who's asking, yes? Step this way, please. And also anyone you need to bring with you. Whoever is part of your contingency. And she looks at the lot of everybody.
I'll go.
No.
So will I.
No, that you have your own missive to follow. I'll and Kuron steps forward and says, "Hey, I'm part of whatever you said." I go. And she glares at Kuron a second. She goes, "Yeah, you look plain enough. Okay, both of you this way." And you get funneled into two different lines, but you do see that she's moving forward. So she's not being taken out somewhere or sent to a room. She's just going in a different line to you.
Great.
Would this have happened with Kiyomi at some point?
Does
Kiyomi know what this is?
So usually it means you. I'll tell you what. Roll. This will be push or no. Roll assess the situation.
Okay. I do have with my casing the joint. If I do miss, I still get a question from there as well.
I think you've been here often enough that yes, that could work. But we'll see what the hard penalty is if you do miss.
3.
Okay. What question would you like to ask before I give you a?
Actually, it was a 4. Thank you.
Hold
Thank
on.
goodness.
Just let me change my entire plan here.
Who here is in control / wealthiest / has the most power?
It's one of those slashes that you have to choose.
In control. Who
Who
here
he-
is in control?
You've been here often enough that you know that certain boats will go to certain tram stops. So once you jump on those, you'll be taken to different places. So you have seen this happen, maybe not necessarily within your own party, but having come often enough, you know that sometimes there is someone who is required somewhere, or they are... I'm trying to give enough information here that doesn't bury the lead while also acknowledging that I must tell you the truth here. Pretty well she's been flagged to go somewhere else, but it's still into Ba Sing Se. This, you know that when they get put into that line, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it means that someone who has the capacity to identify people wants her somewhere.
Okay.
The hard move I'll make here is that once you're separated into lines where potentially you could have had a bit of a dialogue, you see that line veers off immensely, so you lose sight of them very, very quickly.
Kiyomi, is she gonna be okay?
She'll be okay. We'll just have to try and find her maybe later.
I mean, she's a resourceful girl.
Yeah,
And she's got
she'll-
Kuron. What could go wrong?
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah.
Wait! Kuron's got the books.
Huh?
What?
You cannot go back. Once people start coming behind you, you realize that you are moving forward and cannot go back. And Archer was like, oh, yeah.
It's okay, we'll just find them when we're on the other side of the wall. It'll be fine.
Someone just tell me that Kuron is fine with the books completely.
Kuron is fine with the books completely.
Good, that's
okay?
what I thought. I just really needed to hear it.
He's the DM's favorite. Nothing bad is going to happen to him.
Arturo, you can get a vibe and help us find them again.
That's not how it works, and you know it. Like, the vibe, it's Ba Sing Se, there's books.
Right.
I don't mean to sound harsh. I'm very stressed now.
Fine, it'll be fine.
I'll find them, Nuro says, just like I'm really annoyed at this conversation.
Anyways, good news. We're going to Ba Sing Se, I guess.
Yeah, are we through the checkpoint now?
Before, like, as this conversation happens, you step past this massive wall that's there, and you are given access to a gangplank that leads up to one of the boats.
Great. And if you notice, I didn't have to say my name. Big brain. And he walks along the gangplank really proud of himself that he tricked them and got through without giving a name.
We flash back to the desk, and as this lady is writing their names, the final one is... Wannabe Fang? No, we'll say maybe Fang.
It's Fang Solo, actually.
Fang
Because I'm
Solo.
alone.
As everyone lines up on the boat, and there is no below deck, it's not a long ferry ride, but as you begin to move, you see in the distance the outer wall of Ba Sing Se, where you know the next step of your destiny awaits.
Hello everyone, and thanks for listening to another episode of the Book of War. I just want to quickly remind you on an old friend of ours, Arkenforge. Arkenforge is a virtual tabletop software that is not like some other virtual tabletop softwares in that you don't have to pay a subscription service fee. You actually pay for the software and then you get it, and in this day and age, isn't that absolutely amazing? Arkenforge is a simple software tool designed to do two things: make your in-person games more fun and immersive, and to let you play, build, and export animated maps, which, as a person who uses it frequently, I can tell you right now, it absolutely injects so much fun into my games. I particularly like the Fog of War feature. It allows me to hide sections of the map and reveal them with players' line of sight, light sources, and all other magical effects. It's really fun, and it makes my games super spooky. I'm in a bit of a spooky mood with my home games at the moment, trying to get everyone to freak out a little bit, and Arkenforge makes it really easy. Fun fact, you can actually get a 30-day free trial, and you don't even need to put in your credit card details. It's not like other services where it's like, hey, come try this for free. Give us our card details so we can charge you when you forget that you need to remove your details again. So they're really nice, and we love this company. Arkham Forge have been such great supporters of our show for so long. You really need to go and check them over. ArkhamForge.com. And if you like what you see and you want to buy the software, you can use our code The Book of War Podcast and get $5 off. So jump on in. The Book of War is Georgie Hazel as Nuro, Ted Darling as Banji, Tilia Quinn as Kiyomi/KAITO, myself Jesse Thomas as Minh FANG, and Ash Cooper as our Game Master. The theme song and outro of The Book of War Remains is by Matt Harrison, as well as a sneaky snippet of our Ba Sing Se theme, which you may have heard at the end there. Also in our cold open was Moments by Fallen Sky, which we got from Soundstripe. The next episode will be out in 2 weeks on Saturday, the 14th of March. We'll see you then.
I'm trying to think of like a fun little, like a little bit of levity. Like I want to say something like, can't believe you kept all that fucking money from us, you little shit. Like something like that. Yeah, it's like,
I'll say hi to my mum for you.
that's fun.
It's like a final gag.
No, that's good, but that could be the flip.